The reason you aren't living the life you want isn't because there is something wrong with you. Don't let the negative people who want you to feel guilty impact your mind with their propaganda. The real reason why you feel stuck and unmotivated is because you don't have the right information. Think about it for a second. If I magically uploaded the mindsets and knowledge of the best investors and business people in the world into your brain, would your bank account look the same in 12 months? Obviously, no. If we magically uploaded the knowledge of the best fitness influencers in the world into your brain, would your body look the same? Would your diet look the same? The answer is no. This is exactly the intention I have with this video. I prepared a set of meaningful questions that will change your life, and I will give you the exact answers that help me achieve my goals and make my dreams a reality. My name is Adrian, and in the last 8 years, I've built a business with over 100 customers, sculpted the body and physique of my dreams, and changed my life completely. English is not my first language. I was born in a poor family in Poland and had to build my skills brick by brick. This channel is my attempt to document the mindsets, lessons, and tools that have helped me on my journey. My mission is to help you speak fearlessly, work globally, and grow without limits. Let's get into it. Before we begin, all the answers are not scripted. This is because I want to provide you with the most authentic, real, and raw version of myself. There is no microwave stuff or things that I wrote before, so that you get just pure stream of consciousness from me to you. Let's get into it. Question number 1. What's one failure that taught you the most? Well, there are many failures, and I believe that failure is one of the things that brings you closer to your goals. But let me start with a personal story. So the biggest failure that I had in my life was failing in my first business that I started. This was right about the time when I was 18, so I had my 18th birthday in March, and my biggest dream was to start a business, to become a successful business owner. It was something I cared about. I was reading books. I wanted to help my family and myself live a life of freedom, of comfort, and overall just fulfilling existence. And I remember that at the time, what was trending online was a social media marketing agency. And I said, well, obviously, if I want to be successful, I have to start a social media marketing agency. And sure enough, that's what I did. It was called Social. I have my business cards, I can look at them. And I really did a lot of preparation before starting the business. And I really cared about the outcome. It was the thing that I wanted to do with my life. And it was one of the first decisions that I made according to my own voice, to the thoughts that I heard inside, and to the things that I saw in my vision for my life. But, that's a huge but, because this is a question about failure. The business unfortunately failed. So I think it was functioning for about 6 months. After which I decided to close it. And I will tell you what this failure taught me and what I learned from opening this business, starting this business up, then failing at it, and just overall the experience. So when I started, the biggest issue that I know I had, that I didn't know at the time, was that I was distracted. So I was doing many things outside of building my business that basically cost me my business. And this was even to the point where I worked out too much, because I think I was afraid of the actions that I needed to take. So I would have productive excuses. I would do things that I said were, that I would basically lie to myself were productive, which is reading books, going to the gym, and things like that, because I was afraid of cold calling. Because in this business model, social media marketing agency, you have to cold call business owners and offer them your services as somebody who would develop their website or build their social media presence or something like that. And I was just afraid of it, terrified. I was still a little bit socially awkward at the time. And I was just getting all of those activities that I could have lied to myself that were productive, because Reading books is productive, and building a body is productive. Building your physique is great. But when it comes to something as difficult as starting a business, you need to be really all in, and you need to be doing the things that you know are going to move the ball forward. And usually, those are the things that you are most afraid of. I will even tell you this one anecdote. I remember because I overcame the fear of cold calling after a bit of struggle. And then I had this one cold call that went really well. And I went into a meeting with this woman who is a lawyer for, I think she must have been a lawyer for 60. She was really experienced and already established, and her business was growing and so on. But she decided to give me a shot as a social media marketer. Well, she decided to give me a meeting, not to give me a shot, because when I walked into the meeting, I was inexperienced in communication, in sales, and so on. And of course, I did my best, but I saw the discord between her articulation and the way she spoke and expressed herself, and logical thinking, and just overall business acumen that she had, and my skills. And I honestly felt like a small fish trying to compete with a shark. And obviously, she didn't become my customers. By the way, this agency, it finished with 0 customers. So 6 months in business, 0 customers, nada, zilch, nothing. And it taught me that I wasn't the type of person at the time. I didn't have the necessary skills, beliefs, and traits to build a successful business. And the other lesson that this has taught me was that failures are only valuable if you take the lessons that the failure is teaching you. And because after I failed at this business, I started my second business, the business that I own till this day. And this one actually became successful. It actually has grown into something that is able to provide for me and my family and make my dreams come true. And it has also been a huge vehicle for my self-growth. But it wouldn't have happened if I didn't start my social media marketing agency and fail miserably and felt embarrassed, because the pain of that failure enabled me to push that much harder the next time around, and it enabled me to be that much more serious the next time. But I also, I have to say, I'm proud of myself at 18, trying to start a business, trying to make my dreams come true. And even though it was a failure, looking back, I look at it as one of the most valuable lessons that I've had, because it was a lesson from doing, not from reading. I would read all of those books, but it was nothing compared to the amount of knowledge that I was able to accumulate by doing the thing, which was starting the business and then failing. And this also enabled me to be successful the second time around. Question number 2. What's your morning routine, and does it really matter? To be honest, I've changed my opinion on this multiple times, and I will probably change it in the future. But when I was younger, I used to have really elaborate morning routines where I would try to do many things that the successful people said that they were doing. Like meditating, like cold showers, like journaling, and so on. And then I had a moment where I was like, oh, morning routines are a complete waste of time. You don't need to do them. You just get to work. And then when you work, you are able to increase your results. Right now, I would say that I sort of take from both worlds. So currently my morning routine looks like this. I wake up at the same time every day, which is about 6 or 6:15. Usually from Monday to Saturday, I have an alarm clock that wakes me up at 6. On Saturdays, I don't have an alarm clock, but I wake up at the same time, just naturally. Then, first thing I do is I smash 2 glasses of water to get my digestion started and to make my brain feel better overall, because at this point, I haven't drunk for 8 hours. And after that, what I do is I go for a quick walk. It's summertime currently, so I'm really enjoying going outside. And I have this route that takes me about 15 minutes that I do. And this is the productive morning routine that people on social media tell you to do. So I get my walk in. I try not to listen to anything or not to listen to some music or some podcast. Just because I find that my best thinking happens on these walks, and they also give me a lot of energy for the rest of the day. They also have a huge impact on my mental health and just overall energy levels. I know that it sounds small, but try it out, and trust me, you will regret that you haven't done this before. So do this 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk if you have more time, and just it's life-changing to me. Then I come back, take a nice shower. I don't like cold showers personally. They do nothing for me. They make me feel worse. So I prefer hot showers, normal showers. It makes me feel relaxed and ready to hit the day, attack the day. And after that, I eat a breakfast. And in my opinion, the best thing you can eat for breakfast are eggs. Just because you get all of the multivitamins that are in the egg, and at the same time they don't bring your insulin up. And in the morning I love to stay low carb because it gives me the focus and the precision that I need to pursue the goals that I want. And in my opinion, the best way to stay productive in the morning would be, first, figure out one habit that will make the rest of your morning better. For me, it's my walk. I will definitely recommend you to try that. Second, try to shorten the time between when you start your morning routine to where you begin work. And the third one is stay low carb in the morning. That's definitely helped to keep my brain sharper. Even when I'm recording this video, I feel so much better than if I hadn't done it. And there's one more thing about staying low carb. It also enables you to keep a low body fat because your hunger levels are going to be a little bit smaller. So you're hitting all of these things. You're getting more productive, you're being more focused, you're also keeping your body fat lower. And this, I think, is one of those habits that you can take and will have a huge impact on your life. Question number 3. What books change your thinking the most? I have to say, as somebody who came from a background of low support and nobody was able to tell me how to live the life that I wanted to, one thing that actually changed my life was when I saw a video of Tai Lopez. He was a huge business influencer at the time, speaking about the value that reading books gave him in his life. And I remember that this was one of the key turning points in my life because when he talked about knowledge and downloading the right mindsets, tools, and lessons, which is basically what I'm trying to give to you today, I remember that I felt this unlock that my reality isn't only what the world gives me, that I can actually have an impact on the things around me, on my environment. And the only thing that's stopping me from achieving my goals is because I don't have the necessary skills, beliefs, or knowledge to achieve them. And from that moment on, I remember I created a reading schedule. So I would read 3 times a day. I would read in the morning. It was usually some philosophy stuff, mindset stuff, things that would impact my mind. Then in the afternoon, I would read business books because I wanted to progress in business. This was a pursuit of my choice that basically I believed was going to be the future of my life, and it is right now, and it will be in the future, no doubt about it. And in the evening, I would read biographies that would motivate me and make me less scared because it made the people that I admired human. It showed their flaws, it showed their mistakes, and it also showed their starting point, which was very motivating and inspirational for me because I was able to see that they are not different from me. And if I adopt their mindsets, beliefs, and their habits and actions that they take, I will be able to get the same outcomes and the same results. So the 3 most impactful books that I've read. I will try to give them in that order. So I will give you a book about philosophy, mindset. I will give you a book about business and developing your work and profession. And at the end, I will give you a book, a biography that I think is really valuable. So let's start with philosophy, or maybe some classic stuff. Uh, the best recommendation that I can give you is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I know you heard about it probably many times if you're into self growth, but just read it and reread it constantly. And to give you an idea on who Marcus was, when Marcus is so let's go back a little bit to the beginning. In Rome, they have like five good emperors in the total history, and they all come after one another because they are not biologically related to each other. So the previous emperor chooses the next emperor, and what happens is the emperor that was before Marcus, don't remember his name, wants Marcus to become emperor, but he thinks that he's too young. And this probably was true at the time, because in Rome, age mattered a lot. So he decides to choose a different guy who he believes is going to die in like 2 to 3 years, and then, or like five maybe, but shortly after that, and then he will be able to so that Marcus becomes emperor, that because he said to this guy, I want Marcus to become emperor. And what happens is that this guy turns out to live a long time after that. I don't want to give you a specific number because I don't remember, but he lives a long time after that. And he also has a son, I think. So that makes it that much more controversial, because usually whenever people who could have become the emperor would have brothers, they would obviously kill them so that they are the only possible heir to the to rule the empire. But what Marcus does is he's the first emperor who says to his brother, because this guy adopted Marcus as a way of, you'll become emperor, but you have to adopt him. So Marcus is the first one who says to his brother, I'm not going to kill you, we are going to rule together, which is a huge step, especially with Roman culture. And also, what happens later is that Marcus is one of the best emperors that the Roman Empire has. You can read about him on who he was, and he writes a journal to himself. And this journal was not meant for publication, so it wasn't meant to be a book. He's actually writing his thoughts to himself. Think about how valuable that is. You have the most important guy in the world who has most wealth, most influence, most power, most fame in the world, and he's writing a journal to himself. And in that journal, he writes about how difficult it is to get out of bed in the morning, or how difficult it is how hard to deal with people. He says to himself, this is I'm quoting, but not actually, I don't remember the exact quote, but he says, when you go out to the city today, you will meet people who are mean, unkind, negative. And this isn't because they are bad, this is because they don't have the knowledge, right? Another story I love about Marcus is Marcus had a slave, because it was natural in Rome to have slaves in their culture. And this slave's job was to walk behind Marcus and say to him, you're just a man, right? You're just a man. And this was it really says a lot about Marcus and who he was as a person, just because this guy wanted to be really down in reality. So, Meditations is for philosophy. Just read it. Don't even think about this. It's one of the greatest books of all time. Second one, for business. The best book I read about business is the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. It's based on a Twitter thread that Naval Ravikant posted on his Twitter account. And Almanac is by Eric Yorkson, I think, who just put all of those thoughts that he put on this thread on Twitter into a book form. And the reason I would recommend this book over the books that are more specific and so on is because this book helps you master the most basic but also most impactful ideas in business. So Naval is really good at condensing lessons into actionable things that you can do. This is more about learning what business is about and how to build a business in the ideal way, not the specific steps that you need to take. But if I could only recommend one book on business, it would be this one, because beginners can learn how to build a business, but the experts are going also to get a huge value from this one. So, Almanac of Naval Ravikant, I reread it once every year just because there's so much value and information packed into that book. It's unbelievable. And third one, when it comes to biographies, for me, the autobiography that I've read that had the biggest impact on me, I think changed my outlook on reality, is Total Recall by Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is because you look at Arnold and you can say whatever you want about the guy. He had his own dark chapters and so on. But the story of a guy, of a boy who comes from Austria after Second World War, where you have people who are depressed and are drinking alcohol, and there is no hope. And this guy goes from first normal boy in Austria to bodybuilding champion in Europe, and then the best bodybuilder in the world, 6-time Mr. Olympia. This alone would make the story valuable and a must read. But he doesn't only do that. After he becomes Mr. Olympia for 6 times, he goes on to become the best paid actor in Hollywood at the time, with his German or Austrian accent, I should say. This is another one where people said to him, Arnold, there's no way you can become an actor. You have this terrible accent. You sound like a robot. And he didn't really care about others' opinions. He just pursued his own curiosity, and he listened to himself, and he built his life according to the vision that he had for his life. And this is not over, because after that, this guy decides, I've already been 6 times Mr. Olympia. I've already become the highest, most popular actor in Hollywood. Now I will become a governor of California, probably the most popular state in the United States. And what do you know? He succeeds in that. And it's just an example of human agency, of the ability to make things happen in the world, regardless of your circumstances. And for me, when I read Arnold's biography, it makes me feel limitless, like anything is possible, provided that I have the right mindsets, the right tools, and the right things, and I know the right things to pursue the goals that I want. Number 4. How do you stay in shape when you're busy? Oh, this one I have a lot of experience in. Just because I work so much, and fitness was my first love even before business and self-improvement and self-growth. And I've always tried to find the right balance, because I've had times in my life where I didn't pay that much attention to fitness, and then I really regretted it, looking back on it, because I just let myself go. I put on body fat, I lost muscle mass, and overall, I wasn't happy with the way I looked. And I believe that in order to achieve the life that you want, you have to think about yourself as the person who can have that life. And if you're fat and overweight and not happy with the way you look, I don't think you can achieve the life that you want, just because your actions will reflect what you think about yourself truly on the inside. So I will try to give you the most important things. I will start with the diet part, and then we'll go to the working out part, and that's how we are going to tie all of this together. So when you're busy, you don't have that much time to, first of all, prepare meals. So I would go for really simple meals. and I would prioritize protein and fat and keeping things low carb. Because I feel that it's very easy to overeat when you're eating a lot of carbs. There is nothing as easily overeaten by me as pasta or pizza. I basically have an unlimited amount of storage in my stomach for these things. So breakfast, just start simple, 5 eggs and maybe some vegetables if you still feel hungry afterwards. And this way you're keeping your energy levels high, you're giving your brain the clarity it needs, and you're also keeping the calories really low, because you need to keep the calories in the zone where you don't feel like it's impacting your performance, because you're eating too little, but you can't let yourself eat whatever you want, because then you're just going to put on weight, which is true for me. It's not true for some people, but definitely true for me. So you start with eggs in the morning. Then when you have your lunch break, so it might be 11 a.m. Is for me. Then I will usually eat some sort of cottage cheese with Greek yogurt, and then I put in an apple inside. And I will start this meal by eating 3 Brazil nuts, because I get iodine, I get magnesium, and I also get the fat, so that I don't have this insulin spike that will ruin my mental clarity for the day. Then usually when I am working from 12 to 6, about 5 p.m. I will get a little bit of, I think it's about 20 or 30 almonds with a whey protein shake inside. It's like pure fuel. I use 50 or 60 grams of whey protein concentrate, just a protein supplement with 30 grams of almonds. This meal enables me to stay full without feeling like my brain isn't working, and also keep things really low calorie. And then for dinner, I can allow myself to have a little bit of carbohydrates. I really love potatoes, rice, or just single ingredient things with some sort of meat. My favorite is steak. I love New York strip. I love ribeyes, and I could basically eat them every day. And also, this is like a caution for people who want to have a normal life and sometimes eat some cake. If the meal routine from the beginning of the day gets messed up, the solution I found is for dinner you just do meat and vegetables. This is it. You just get lean meat. Ideally, New York strip would be the better option for steak, chicken breast, or something that's lower in fat. Plus vegetables, you can't go wrong. And remember, potatoes are not really the vegetables I'm talking about vegetables with a high amount of fiber for a low amount of calories. This is going to keep you safe. So whenever somebody offers me something sweet to eat, or I just eat something sweet because I want to enjoy my life, then for the dinner this day, no carbs. And this has worked wonderfully. So this is when it comes to diet. Keep things simple. Eat one product meals without highly processed stuff. Prioritize protein, and don't eat too much sugar. Simple basics. Easier said than done. And when it comes to working out, the first brick that I would put is strength training at least 2 times a week if you're really busy. Ideally, 3 times a week, this is the optimal amount. So you have protein synthesis going on every 48 hours, almost 72 sometimes. And this enables you to get the most improvement for the least amount of time invested. When it comes to body changes and to looking aesthetically, there is nothing as optimized as strength training. And if you have more time additionally, I would add in the walk in the morning that I already mentioned to you today. And also I would put in maybe 2 jump rope sessions, 10 minutes on the days that you don't feel like you've moved enough. And this way I have been able, for the first time in my life, actually this year, to stick to actually maintain the physique that I wanted to maintain, without having to focus on it too much, so that I can focus on the other things that are priorities for me. So to bring it back, simple things, don't eat too many carbohydrates. I described my day of eating to you, feel free to copy it. Second of all, strength training 3 times a week, minimum 2 times a week. And The last one is try to add in walks or just jump rope. And this is because it impacts your mental state so much. You'll feel so much better just moving your body around, and you will not feel sluggish and demotivated throughout the day. I was Adrian, and if you want to get more stuff from me, subscribe to this channel and follow all my social media. You'll find the links down below. Much love. Bye-bye.